Well, hello everyone. So today, right now, here we are in Lhasa, Tibet, and we'll be doing a fictional flight in this case, to Dubai on this Boeing 777-300ER by PMDG, Air China livery for this special occasion. And as you can see, we're packed in pretty tightly. But yeah, I'm sure we'll find a way out of here. So the special thing about this route is it will fly us right over the Himalayas with a beautiful view of Mount Everest. That's why I especially picked this route. So without further ado, let's appreciate this beautiful livery and head into our cockpit and set up our flight. So here we go. Let's see, did we load our flight plan in our EFP? Yes, we did. And as you can see, we'll be going straight down, making a turn out of Lhasa, and then we'll head over the mountains, and right over here somewhere you have the beautiful Mount Everest. And as you can see, we're following the complete highest part of the Himalayas. Here is Everest, and then we'll pass over India and Pakistan and make our way into the Arabian Peninsula. So definitely a flight with maybe the most beautiful scenery of this beautiful planet. So without further ado, let's set up our flight. And of course, we first need some power. So let's ask for a ground power unit. Ground connection. Let's do dual ground. And we already kind of boarded our flight because I will not take any risks with the GSX today. It has been a bit buggy for me since yesterday with this beautiful aircraft, especially some freezes when starting my pushback. So I hope today will be all right. What did we do? We started our batteries and set our aiders to on position, emergency light on. Let's already set our hydraulics, and since we are boarded already and we're full on fuel, let's set our fuel pumps and start our APU. Once that's being done, we can set our beacon, and of course let's already ask for clearance. And today we are Air China flight 341. So let's see if ATC is available. Let's turn on our radio and ask for clearance. Good day, Air China flight 341 asking IFR clearance to Dubai.
Stand by, you're number one.
Fantastic. Set these to auto. Can we have a quick look in the cabin? Let's see if there is something interesting to look at.
Air
Not
China
really.
341 Heavy, Lhasa Tower, cleared to Dubai via the Deputy 28 Lima departure, then as filed. Runway 28 left, initial climb to 15,000. Departure on 119er, decimal 0 squawk 2463.
Cleared to Dubai via the Deputy 28 Lima departure, runway 28 left, initial climb to flight level 150, departure on 119er, decimal 0 squawk 2463, Air China 341. So let's set our squawk. Beautifully modeled.
Air China 341, read back correct. Ground is on 121.55 safe flight, sir.
Thank you. And it's challenging because it is, I think, 12,000 feet runway, but we're up very high, so we need all the room we have. Squawk 24 6 7 no 6 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Air China and the entire crew, my name is Ming Ju, and I would like to welcome you aboard Flight 341, departing from Lhasa Gonggar Airport and heading to Dubai International Airport. We kindly ask you to take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead bins or under the seats in front of you. If you need any assistance, please do not hesitate to contact any member of our friendly crew. Thank you for choosing to fly with us today.
Thank you for that announcement. Let's set up our flight plan in our FMC. And there we are. Position. Then let's request our SimBrief flight plan. I did already set, but just in case, matter of routine, and select our plan. Let's wait until that's being loaded. And there are a few challenges here because we don't have a meter service here today, but the winds are 5 knots. I'd see that before. And maybe I can check on my ATC if they have a flight report, weather report for me. So let's see if I can dial in some kind of ATIS. Let's see what this has to say. I'm dialed in at ATIS right now. Though no information. Let's ask Tower. Maybe they can help us. You never know, it's AI. Lhasa Tower, can you give us our METAR data for Lhasa? Air China 341. I wonder.
Air China 341, winds calm. QNH 1013, surface all 11725 feet.
Okay, 1013, so that's almost standard. Perfect. So we have the runway selected to a left with the depth to 8 Lima departure. And I wonder, do we have a transition here? I think we do. Let's see. So, departure and apart. Then do we have airport info? 28 left is what we have today. It's this way. Oh, okay. And a IKUBI. Okay. Right. So big turn, and we need that turn because we are surrounded with elevation, with mountains. So yeah, it's a challenging departure to say the least. And let me set this in QNH. So that's a match. Then we have our departure set. For our arrival we wait until we're further down our route and we'll see what ATC clears us for. Then accept. Set as 0 fuel weight. That's okay. And let's see for 28 left if we can have some V speeds in our performance tool. I think we don't have any weather here. Okay. Winds is 5 knots. It's calm. Outside temperature. Let's see. I can Google it for now. Lhasa 6 degrees currently. Set that, and the QNH is 1013. And we have our speeds. So takeoff 1 position with the selected temperature of 27. It's different than what you're used to when you're at sea level. Center of gravity, set that. Flaps, I'd say it's 5. Yep, flaps at 5. So let's dial it in. Flaps 5, 162.64 and 166 SRV2. And that's a match. We have the Boris audio pack installed for this flight. So we have both good audio, nice visuals. I hope it will be quite a lovely experience actually. Can we set our LNAV and VNAV already? Yeah, we can. So let's set our parking brakes. And I'm flying with, as you can see, just a simple HOTAS 1 from Trustmaster. It's the cheapest one you can get. And I also have the rudder pedals, as you can see. And I kind of just received them yesterday. Or last week, I'm very sorry. So I still need to be, I mean, I'm still not very good. Need to learn how to really operate, especially the rudder pedals. So, let's continue with our plow. APU is on. Hydraulics is on, window heat is on, emergency light and battery is on. Set our seatbelts to on and start our beacon, logo and rings. Why not? Let's put them on as well. Is this all automated? I'm not sure. Let's pressure low so we don't have fuel in our center tanks. Then all on auto. That's a match, I'd say. Quickly check if I have dialed in. It's on both. That's all okay. Perfect. Then we head over to ground. Oh, I'm very excited because that means we get rolling. Let's see. Ground position. Channel 341 requesting pushback and engine start.
Air China 341, push and start approved. Face east.
Facing east. Let's see if...
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Very well. We'll wait. I just hope that it won't park us like in the middle of that plane. But maybe I can do a custom. I will. Yeah. Let's do that.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Quite lovely scenery here. Massive mountains. And that will make for... well, we do have some room there for our turn. But still. Quite lovely. I'm very excited.
Locking gear.
Data, and I want to see some airports there, and also not forget to our checklists. You don't want to get an error message. Oxygen, let's test them for now. Perfect. Perfect, set. It is set, right? Yeah. Okay, let's do a quick edit on the map if that's possible. There we are. So let's see. We be going on to 8 left. Oh, clear. Maybe I can. Let's see what is the direction. Excuse me for this. So we need to go on the left side and then in reverse. So that's right. Can I just do like so? Like here? Oh, clear. Like here. Yeah, I think that's okay. Save.
Release parking brakes, please.
Okay. Brakes are released. Come on.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Okay. We'll wait. Just clear it all because I'm on my own in this cockpit.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard this Air China flight.
Yeah.
For your safety, please pay attention to the safety instruction in this flight. Please stow your luggage in the compartment or under the seat in front of you. Please do not block the exit or cabin aisle with your belongings. Do not hold the emergency exit handle arbitrarily. The plane is taking off and landing. Please return your seat back to the upright position. Stow and secure your table, pedal, and pull up the window.
I'll take my Tibetan beats. Normal procedure in Lhasa and Bhutan and Nepal. Wear your beats.
Please keep your seatbelt fastened for the duration of the flight. Especially follow the instructions
I'm just kidding.
for the announcements and the fasten seatbelt sign.
That's looking good.
Please set parking brakes.
Brakes are set.
Electronic devices
And that means that our
airplane mode on.
engines are ready to start. So starting engine number 2.
But in the flight taxi, taking off, and landing phases, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth need to be switched off. Do not plug in earphone cables or power cables.
笔记本电脑、平板电脑等超过单手握持限制的便携式电子设备，应关闭电源并安全放置于行李架中，以确保紧急情况下的通道畅通与安全。当您的电子设备不慎掉入到座椅缝隙内，请寻求乘务员的帮助，而不要自行调节座椅。
For portable electronic devices, such as laptops that cannot be held with one hand, please switch them off and secure them on the luggage racks, so as to ensure that the aisles are unblocked and safe in case of emergency. If
Sounds
your
like a good
electronic
engine start
device
to me.
falls into the seat, please ask for cabin crew's assistance.
一旦发现飞机受到电子干扰或出现紧急情况，
Starting engine number 1.
人员指令关闭电子设备。
If the flight is experiencing electronic interference or is in an emergency situation, please follow the instructions of the flight crew and switch off electronic equipment.
机上全程禁止使用对讲机、卫星电话等一项带有遥控装置的便携式电子设备，禁止开启和使用充电宝。
During the whole flight, interphones and portable devices with remote controls are prohibited for use. Power banks are also not allowed to be switched on or used.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
机上全程禁止吸烟，包括电子烟，禁止触动卫生间内烟雾探测器及机上各种应急设备。
Amazing.
Smoking, including smoking electronic cigarettes, is strictly prohibited throughout the flight. It is prohibited to trigger the smoke detectors in the lavatory and other emergency equipment on the plane.
氧气面罩储藏在您座椅上方，发生紧急情况时会自动脱落。
Okay.
用向下拉面罩，请
That's
戴
okay.
在口鼻
Good engine start.
袋子套在头上。
Then
Unlocking gear.
如要帮助他人，
waiting for our gear to be unlocked, and while we're waiting,
Located above your seat, the mask will be
let's set
released
our
automatically
flaps to 5.
decompression. Pull the mask firmly downwards and immediately use it to cover
That's
your
the
nose.
slats coming out.
Fix the elastic band around your head and breathe
Tow
normally.
truck disconnected.
Secure your
Bypass
mask
pin
first
removed.
before assisting others.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
救生衣储藏
Flaps
在
are
您座
coming
椅
out.
下面
be
Oh.
found under each seat or between the armrests.
水上迫降时取出使用，经头部穿好，带子从后向前扣好，系紧。
They should be used in the event of an emergency ditch.
Thank you.
Please slip it on over your head, buckle up, and fasten the straps.
Have a good day.
不要充气，离开飞机。
Chirang Mingya Karelakie. That's what they taught me back then in Tibet. Been a long time.
继续充气。
Mer China 341 ready for taxi.
Could use the manual inflation tubes.
飞机紧急迫降时，取下所有尖锐物品，做好。
China 341, runway 28 left taxi via Bravo Alpha.
Please remove all sharp objects. Brace for impact until the plane comes.
So, quick flight check from the exterior. So, full left, full right, nose up, nose down, to the right, and to the left. Looking good.
In case of emergency,
We have a taxi clearance.
lights along the aisle and exit will light up automatically.
Auto brakes are set for takeoff. Lights are on. The strobe lights will wait for that. Passenger signs are on.
Please follow the flight
Let's go.
attendant's instructions.
Let's release our brake. Flaps are in takeoff position.
Please do not take any luggage with you.
And we roll.
要用这种姿势跳进滑梯。
Keep this posture to jump onto the inflatable escape slide.
在您座位前的口袋里备有安全须知卡，请尽早阅读。
The safety instruction card is provided in your seat pocket. For your safety, please read it as soon as possible.
当您需要帮助时，请联系乘务员。
Please contact flight attendants when you need help.
女士们、先生们，感谢您的关注，祝您旅途愉快。
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. We wish you a safe and pleasant journey.
Pleasant journey indeed, because this is really beautiful. Blue skies here. We are way above the weather. So no worries about that. And there we go. And of course right here satellite data is limited. That goes for most of China. Even though still I think it's one of the nicest places, the best places to fly. And there's more and more scenery popping up from Chinese creators that is absolutely a must to try. Tiptoe on the brake here. Like so. But once we get airborne, the vicinity of course, Mount Everest and the mountain ranges there, Nepal is beautifully rendered in this simulation. So I think we have something really special to see. Cabin altitude right now is at 11. Landing altitude 11.7. I don't think that's right. So let me later check how we can bypass this. So we have a applicable cabin pressure once we enable next altitude. Well, I know it's all a bit tricky here. We'll survive, I'm sure. Our next altitude is 5, so 11 to 15. I hope we get clearance for a lot higher than that. 16, 17 to 260, 360 is of cruise level. Beautiful. That leaves us a few thousand feet above Mount Everest. Not a lot, though. Is Mount Everest in feet like 24? Not sure. And actually, I've visited the Himalayas before, and not directly in Tibet, but Ganj, Dharamsala. It's on the other side, but population, the culture is quite the same over there, and scenery is definitely something I recognize. And what you should know is like the pine trees that you see rendered here, in real life they are rhododendron trees, and the scent is really, really good. And where I was living, it was like 3,000 feet up, and just above that is where vegetation kind of died down, so that was like the non-vegetation zone, and I climbed there every day. Mount Triunt, if I was right, was the name of the mountain nearest to us, and you could see right into the Himalayan highlands, the plateau. Quite beautiful. Let's see, can I... Is there still... Yeah, we can go on. Yeah. Because we need every inch of this runway.
Air China 341, contact tower on 130.0.
130.0 at China 341. Let's first roll to our hold position, like so. Still a bit finicky on the rudder pedals. Okay. Air China 341, holding short and requesting departure.
Air China 341 heavy, runway 28 left, winds calm, cleared for takeoff.
Let's go. Right is clear. Let's take it slow. Into the sun. Should have thought about that. But then again, we have this time difference. But above the center line. And let's make a full turn. Steep turn in this sail. A little bit too much, and let's compensate. Very well. So let's stabilize. Nose down. And toga. She's slow. 80 knots. Check. Rotate. Come on, 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 come on. Oh, very hard, but we made it. Gear up.
Dear
Ooh.
guests, we are pleased to inform you that the use of approved electronic devices is now permitted in flight. Our cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention. And we hope
Let me dial in our autopilot so I can do my handoff. Quick look. There we go. Very, very slow climb because we're very high. Whew. There we go. Contact departure. Goodbye, Air China 341. Air China 341, flight level 120, climbing flight level 150. Well,
Air China 341 Heavy, Lhasa departure, radar contact. Climb via the SID to 22,000.
let's do that immediately. 2000. Oh, let's see. I hope it will guide us around. Terrain not working here. Oh yeah, there it is.
Air China 341 Heavy, contact Lhasa Control on 132.35.
Amazing. 132.35, Air China 341. There we go. I know it wants us to go flaps up. Let's wait until we finish our turn. Air China 341, climbing flight level 220.
Air China 341, Lhasa control identified. Wansheng and
So, I think we're clear of our scenery here. So, flaps can come up. No more terrain. And there we have the peaks already. Speed up. Slats come in. And we're off. All the brakes are off. We'll wait, of course, until it reached like 20,000. Or at least we're out of the turn. How lovely. Let's see.
Air China 341. Direct Romeo Whiskey 10 Romeo, then as filed, please.
Direct Romeo Whiskey 10 Romeo, Air China 341. Well, I think it gave us like Romeo Whiskey 10 Romeo.
Climb flight level 340.
I think he said runway 10 right? Probably a bug. I don't know. Climbing flight level 340, Air China 341. And off we go. Don't we have like look at that. Let me quickly so turn it back on later. But they're definitely doing some hydro engineering here. So big plans for Lhasa, I'd say. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let me quickly open up my door because this 5090 is burning hot. Probably not, but it feels that's better. It feels like an actual plane here, and I can put my packs on right here, but I'm afraid you will hear that in the microphone. Even though it makes it more real. So packs on. I cut my own like so, like maybe I could show you like this. I kind of need it right now. Yep. Let's see. Better? Yeah. This is where we will capture Mount Everest. So we're going straight over to the mountain peaks, and we're still so close to terrain.
Air China 341. I need you at flight level 340, sir.
I did that. So do a flight level change. Affirm, flight level 340, Air China 341. In real life, this is so not possible. You can do a flight from Lhasa to Bhutan to Kathmandu and to Chengdu. That would be a lovely flight from Chengdu to Lhasa. But my best friend, he is from Chengdu, he said it's only possible for Chinese people. Western people are kind of not allowed to visit Lhasa, or it is very difficult. I'm not sure if he's right, but I kind of believe him. That's quite a familiar shape over there. Very familiar, I'd say. Lopsu and Everest. Quite pretty. And we'll be going over there. Let's set this to standard. And we can release our passengers. Yeah. This is quite bright, isn't it? Let's take a look outside. Also not possible in real life. So let me remove my hideous face from the screen, so we can all focus on the flight for a bit, while we make our way to first Mount Everest, over the Himalayas, onwards to Dubai, and I'll be back in a short. Meanwhile, I'll keep monitoring the flight, and of course I have to do my ATC communication. And fortunately, this is not the new PMDG updated version of the 777-300 yet, because I purchased mine from the Microsoft Marketplace, and it always takes a while before we get our update, simply because I was using Xbox before, and I quite recently purchased my system that I'm running right now. Really happy with that, but of course I will not repurchase everything, so I have to be patient. Lhasa control requesting flight level 360, Air China 341. And we need it.
Air China 341, climb flight level 360.
Let's hope. It should hold. So right in front of us you can see the Everest mountain range. We will pass it to the left, and once we cross this little gap here, we'll make a right turn. So we have an amazing view of Everest. And for those who are familiar with topographics, we will pass quite close to the town called Patibara. And I think I will export my SimBrief flight plan so you can recreate this routes yourself. Once we reach Everest, I'll hop on to a right side seat with wing view so we can have the best visual of Lopsu and Everest. Cabin crew, on approximately 20 minutes we will pass Mount Everest and make a right turn, so we will circle the whole of the mountain range. Passengers on our right side will have perfect visual of this beautiful spectacle. I suppose there might be much interest from the other passengers on the left side to see it as well. Can you manage that this happens all peacefully safely as possible? We would like every passenger to have a chance to get a close view of this once in a lifetime view.
Understood, Captain. I will ensure that all passengers are informed and can enjoy the view of Mount Everest safely and peacefully. Ladies and gentlemen, in approximately 20 minutes we will be crossing Mount Everest. Although seated on the right side of the aircraft, you will have a perfect view of this breathtaking spectacle. We encourage everyone to take a moment to enjoy this once-in-a-lifetime experience. Thank you for flying with us.
Well done. "20 minutes? Let's say 5 minutes." Let's see. Oh, can I? No, that's time compression. I don't want that. Oh, okay. Wow! They have time compression here. Quick spot. Let's do this. Better. Now it's definitely not 20 minutes. Cabin crew, due to some very physics kind of related circumstances, we kind of hopped forward in time, so we will reach Everest in 5 minutes.
Understood, Captain. We will prepare the passengers for the view of Mount Everest in 5 minutes.
Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will be passing Mount Everest in just 5 minutes. Please take your seats and get ready for a spectacular view from the right side of the aircraft. Thank you for flying with us.
I hope you can hear. The volume is quite low. I think I kind of tweaked the settings in say intention, but too late to change it because you need to restart the flight. But without further ado, get some sounds, because we need to celebrate this special occasion. Full experience here at Air China. For those who do not know, like Tibetan and Nepali Buddhism, they in the temples they blow these massive horns every day, and you hear this like all through the mountain valleys. And these are sounds from Namgyal Monastery. I've been there for a few months. So, sends a shiver to my spine. Good feeling. But I think we have been blessed enough for a safe passage through this beautiful valley. And after that we make a right-hand turn. I will stop yapping now. Let's enjoy the view. Taking a toilet break right now. Some people, they just don't care. I can actually feel the sensation, even if it's just in the sim. It's special experience. There she is. Let's hop outside for a few seconds. Nothing to see here. And it's amazing because here starts the plateau, which is high up in the air, 10,000 feet, and there you quickly reach like normal altitude. To me, when I was arriving from India into the Himalayas, it was weird to, and it's actually the first mountain range that I ever saw in my life. Not the Alps, Himalayas. So it was quite stunning that suddenly on the horizon you had these white mountaintops like filling the horizon, and it was, whew, yeah, they came up from nowhere.
Control on 126.5.
126.5 per channel 341. Kathmandu, hello, Air China 341, flight level 360.
China 341, Kathmandu control identified, Shub Sandhya.
Okay, that's that whole model matching mess that is happening with my PMDG version is only because I bought mine from the sim marketplace, and I was at FS Weekend. Let me turn on the camera for this, because come on. So I was at FS Weekend a few weeks ago, and I talked with the developers of PMDG, and I told them about my concern about these really weird texture glitches. Like, if you look at the landing gear of my 777, all the textures are kind of pushed up, like half frame, and then part of the wheel texture suddenly appears on the wings, which is quite not nice. And they told me, yeah, we have it fixed in our next update, blah 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 blah. I was very happy to hear that. Now for native PMDG owners, the ones that purchased the plane through PMDG, everything is fixed, everything is working. I'm still waiting for my update, but in the update notes they say, for people who purchase a PMDG 777 through Microsoft Marketplace, this is a conflict with Asobo and the marketplace, and there's no solution yet. So I'm screwed. I also paid full price, so yeah, that's I need to be patient about that, I guess. So it means for me that every time when I start a flight, there's like 70% chance that I have these texture glitches popping up. There's one workaround to replace your tires in the EFB, but that's also like 50-50. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's not. So today, for this flight, I had to restart my sim 6 times before I could get it to work, and that is quite annoying if you really want to start and want to get into the air. But yeah, bad luck for me. Well, I think let's start this. Can we do that? Like, increase the sim rate. Yeah. Let's get flying onward to Dubai. And let's see, how much will it increase? Can we see that here? 2 times? 4 times. Perfect. Yeah. And there we go. We're moving. Next point of interest would be first passing Kathmandu. And then we make our way to Delhi. Kathmandu should be right over there. Or there. We're actually right above it. Let me see. Ah, yeah. There it is, Kathmandu. At lightning speed. Onwards to Delhi. I might try to change this a little bit. Real time, very well, but rather have to send in my... That's better. Maybe I should have done that before. So, no more headache. Terribly sorry about that. And India, quite a lovely country to visit if you're up to it. I've been there 20 years ago in 2000, almost 20 years ago in 2008. I rather enjoyed it, but to fly over it, very boring, and it takes a long time. Every time in real life, I'm like, oh god, India takes long time. I think it's about 3 hours to fully pass the width of India. Fully cross the width of India, I'd say. And it's all this. The north is like completely flat, and in Rajasthan you have a few minor hills, but nothing interesting. All barren. But an amazing experience to travel. So we're about to get our handoff. Let me get ready for that. There, can we see it already? Hyderabad control maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe already Delhi. I would expect handover right now. My bad. Still in. There we've looked now over there. I've been there. And then this is our handoff point. Yeah. I think that river marks the border. And if I'm right, that's the Ganges River. Let me see. Is that one going towards Varanasi? Patna. I think it is. Because on my way to Varanasi, I did pass Lucknow, which is over there. Or rather, we already made a turn over there. So this should be the Ganges, Holy Ganges River. Still unspoiled and clean at this stage.
Air China 341, contact Lucknow Control on 125.8.
125.8, Air China 341. Lucknow Control, आप कैसे हैं? Air China 341 at flight level 360.
Air China 341 identified, namaste.
Namaste ji. Let me hand over comms to our co-pilot for a sec. And I will get myself, or I ask for a cup of coffee. Cabin crew, can I get a coffee over here, please?
Understood, Captain. We'll bring coffee to the flight deck now.
Lovely. I'll prepare for that lovely cup of coffee, and I'll be right back. While my coffee is being prepared by cabin crew, let's make a quick announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, we are flying over India right now, almost entering Delhi. You can see Delhi probably from both sides of our cabin because it's that big. So to celebrate, let's have some music. There's nothing else to see here. Scenery is quite boring, so just have a little dance and welcome to India. Thank you so much. Yeah, I love it. Thank you, and have a dance. I hope it's a sing. Yeah, okay. This was actually were a few movies quite popular when I was there. This was one of them. Oh god. Be right back, I'll get my coffee now. Yeah, if you are into Hindu, Indian, Bollywood movies, you should watch Chakalaka Boom Boom. And I really like Om Shanti Om. It's a beautiful movie. Definitely watch it. Yep. That's kind of what I saw, like when I was arriving, having a bus ride that lasted for 11 hours in a dingy Indian bus, like the cheapest I could find, so like local bus. And then you saw these beautiful white mountain caps in the distance, and yeah, all flat, like here, everything's flat, and then suddenly it rises. And I was actually like, if you can see like this first string of mountains, which is not fully covered with snow yet. I was staying on the top of that, a mountain like that, in a monastery. So if I looked outside, on one side you could see the plains of India, flat, and as far as the eye can see. And if I look the other side, there were these massive white mountain tops. And I mean, later I did visit the Alps and stuff, but it cannot compare to what you see right there. It's so huge. So, should be having a visual of Delhi any moment now. I might say that looks like, is that Connaught Place? International. Yes, it's Delhi. Ah, that's oh wait, sorry, let me head outside for a moment. Massive city. Ah, okay, better. So the government buildings, Connaught Place, right there is the station. That's Paharganj, that's where I stayed in Delhi. All tourists go there, and this station leads to pretty much everywhere. Okay, done. Quick visual tour of Delhi. And somehow if I ever go to a place, I immediately recognize the map and all the places. Yeah, quite nice. Been 18 years ago. So next we'll enter Rajasthan. Let's see if we pass something of interest in Rajasthan. Not so much. Jodhpur, Pushkar, Jaisalmer is all much more to the south. Let's see, do we pass Amritsar maybe? Nope, we don't. That's way more to the north. We'll move south a little bit over Pakistan, and that's where we already enter. Oh my, we're already halfway there. Short leg. So after Pakistan, we'll head south, and once we have a visual of the Arabian Gulf of some water type body, then we know we're close. And I can stop our 4-time simulation rate, and we start preparing for our arrival into Dubai. Oh. This is a nice feature, this sim rate up quick like button, click spot. Yeah. We're way good. We're very good on our fuel. How nice. Let's see what is the actual time right now in Dubai. So I can maybe set our daylight to actual. And maybe we have a sunset landing into Dubai. That's kind of nice. Nice. Dubai. 16012. Oh, definitely. So once we left India, I will, and we have a visual of the Indian Ocean and Arabian Gulf, we'll stop our sim rate, set our daylight time to normal, and we'll be arriving from the east, following the coastline of Dubai, and currently not sure what arrival we get, but it would be quite nice if we could arrive from the north. Yeah, never done that. I always get the southern approach. And if we don't like it, we'll just fly further, and we'll go to Doha, for example. Nah, I'm just kidding. We'll do that later. We'll hop into a Qatari from Dubai to Doha, and then from Doha to Amsterdam. That's my home. And I'll make it before 11 p.m. tonight. Like I said, nothing to see in India, not from above. Definitely not. It's all this. South of India is a different story, but northern part, it's beautiful, but only when you're on the ground. You can see the humidity here is almost 30% now. So I think I need to use a humidifier or something, because below that's not really good for my system. It should be at least 30 and at max 60, but at best between 40 and 50. Yeah, quite happy with the system. I mean, maybe I can show you while we're still in the air. Let me see. So, can my cable reach it? Oop, that's my my biggest television. I have HOAM here for some extra light, but actually this is her. And I don't like all the. Personally, I'm not so much a fan of all the LEDs and stuff. Even though I have it here, but and my rudder pedals over there. But I really love this fractal design, because it also goes with my my living room setup, and it's a beautiful case. But in here, there's basically nothing to see. It's Asus ProArt Inno 3D 5090, 64 gigs of RAM. Somewhere in there, and a 9950 with a Corsair water cooling Nautilus, and I chose a stealth one. So basically, very low profile, nothing much to see. Some FS Weekend gear, my flight simulator collector's edition, and just yeah, a few trinkets I have that are yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Still a lot to do, and I hope one day I can upgrade my this, you know. It's not really yeah, it's functional, but I know you can have a lot better. That's me. And right now I'm using a little DJI mic, and of course my coffee, which is in orange, of course, because I'm Dutch. Ooh, the Matrix. I'm sorry for that. Let me, I think, right like that. That's better, right? Like so, yeah. Hey, do you have ADD? I'm not sure. Might have ADD. Okay. Terribly sorry about that. Let's continue. Focus. Look. Actually have some vegetation. And it's... oh, there's Hyderabad. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, flying into Pakistan. I will be a pilot. Okay, great. Very sorry about that. Small bank to the left and to the right, and after that it's time for us to start preparing our arrival. Oh. Which will be a lot easier compared to our departure from Tibet, because actually we have weather information, and we didn't have that in Lhasa. Very sorry about sim rate up. But I am thinking like, what would be nicer if I made like cuts, like from our departure until cruise, and then maybe a highlights of the cruise, and then cut it up until we have our approach, or just speed up. I'm not sure what, I'm still practicing, of course. I'm trying out stuff. My goal is to find more friends in the sim community, because 2 weeks ago at the FS Weekend was my first introduction in the sim community, and I loved it a lot. I've been using simulators, flight simulator, for basically my whole life. I was born in the 80s, and my father was already like, my first memories was of my father playing still the 2D flight simulator. I started in the 90s. I think I peaked at FSX, maybe FS 2003 already. Then my old system was a 1060, so it was not really up to par with FS 2020. So when that got released, I made a decision. Right now, I would have done it differently, but I bought an Xbox Series X because I thought it would be more economical, and they advertised it as the sim would run amazing on that. It was pretty much hit or miss. So over the years, I played 2020 for its full cycle on the Xbox. I purchased huge amount of scenery and the good planes from Microsoft Marketplace. So that's why I own the PMDG through Microsoft Store. And then when 2024 was released, I decided to not even try it on Xbox. I would save for a new system. And I kind of decided that I would save until I could buy the best performing system you can get. I would make no concession anymore. No 3080, no 5080. I wanted the 5090 on the best CPU that I can get with 64 gigs of RAM. And my system was 5,000 euros first, altogether kinda. I was almost there, and then the crisis happened. So the prices went up and up and up. So I kinda did everything to save as much as I could. And in the end, I got mine for 5.8k, no, 5.9k, almost 6,000. And then yeah, I felt quite happy about that. Still a lot of money, quite expensive. After that, the prices almost reached 8,000. So I felt a bit relieved. I didn't get it for 5, I got it for 6. And then, yeah, now it's kind of settling. So now you can buy this one, all the parts for, if you're lucky, 6.5k in euros. But at least I have it. It's the best decision that I ever made, because now, finally, I can really immerse myself in this beautiful simulator, and finally I'm introducing myself in the world of flight sim community. Yeah. Practicing now with ATC. I am now doing all the courses to get myself approved for VetSim. So that's the next step. I will fly VetSim, of course. And I need to invest in, yeah, and now I have the cheapest flight sim controls, and they work. I'm happy with that. But everything is expensive, so I had to get a keyboard first that was like not plastic, and I really love this keychron. So also kind of expensive. My father gave me as a gift the Honeycomb Echo Aviation controller. Very happy about that. If I'm flying career or VFR, always using this. And also you can relax from the couch if you want, but this is my VFR tool. and not sure what what kind of flight setup I would want to get in the end, because now I'm flying Boeing, but I also like flying Airbus A350 from Builds, and I have Phoenix as well, the A320, and they will come with the A320 Neo series, perhaps even this month, if I'm right. So I need a versatile system, and I'd rather save a bit more to have experience that can last for 10 years, because this PC could get me at least 8 years, I think. I hope. So yeah, if you have any suggestions, because it's hard. There are many contradictions, and everyone has his preferences, of course. But and as for a setup, I want a very good throttle quadrant that works pretty well with a reverse. I'm not sure if I want a yoke or a joystick, maybe both. For the yoke, it's pretty easy to me. That would probably be the Thrustmaster Boeing edition, TCA. And very important for VETSIM, I will get the radio add-on. I think it's from Logitech. And then, of course, you have the beautiful systems from Wing Control. So much. You can get a MCDU, FMS, FMC, quite cheap right now. But that's for later. First, I need to fix this. Even that is on the right hand, I want it on the left, of course, to simulate that I'm actually a captain. And yeah, yoke would be nice as well. But I'm broke. After this all, quite broke. But very happy that I'm finally here. Let's see, where are we? I'm still on Kathmandu control. Let me simulate down, and let's see if I get a handoff, because I don't think that let me just Air China 341 flight level 360. Let's see if it catches up.
Air China 341 Heavy, Lucknow departure identified ADAB.
Very well, we're back on track. Still Lucknow control, but we're almost leaving Pakistan already. I can show you. So, Oscar Papa Kilo Romeo. And yeah, almost there. Look now, can you give us our expected arrival and runway into Dubai?
Air China 341 Heavy, contact Karachi control on 133.2.
Okay, 133.2, Air China 341. ILS runway 30 left.
Switching to Karachi control on 133.
Oh.
Karachi control, Air China 341. Good afternoon at flight level 360.
Whoops, I'm still on co-pilot. That's kind of messy.
341, Karachi control identified. Good afternoon.
Very well.
Descending flight level 320, Air China 341.
No. Air China 341 requesting a flight level 360. I will not go 320. I think this has to do with sim rate stuff. am. So, arrival in Dubai, expecting, let's see, runway 30 left. Then, let's see, does that match our flight plan? PUVAL. Transition ULDOT, do we need that? 30 left, PUVAL 3D, 3D, Delta. Again, from the south. Nah, that's okay. Google dots, and we need to be at 2,000 feet. Let's see. Minimum 160. I think. Yeah. Minimum 160. Remember, I can already, let's see. Can I? You can see it over here. Oh, that's, I don't like the, what they say is smart system from Boeing. I don't like it. So, I'd rather have full control. So, okay. Then, what did we say? PUVAL. Wow. Whoa. What's PUVAL? Coming from there. Okay, that looks very familiar. Yeah. So, coming in.
Hi, Captain Robert John. Would you like anything to drink or a small snack while
Well, thank you. I'll have another copy, please. And after that, you can start preparing the cabin for our arrival into Dubai. I'll be announcing our arrival pretty quickly from now. Let's see. Enter at 11,000.
Understood, Captain. I will bring you another copy now and start preparing the cabin for arrival into Dubai shortly.
Very well. At 230 knot speed restriction, Cooper to 10. Is that also full dot transition? Do we need something like that? I don't think so. PUVAL. Is there anything here that we need to be mindful of? No. There's GitLab. I hope we can this one. This would be nice. And then so 119er. Okay. Hold point at Velar and Kak. And then it's whoop, like so. Nice. Kind of like it. They merge. Ooh. So, and there we have all that. Should we? Because we are. Let me then let's take a look. Plan. Bit less because it's all quite close to each other there.
Captain, I'm preparing the cabin for our arrival into Dubai. We'll ensure everything is ready for the passengers to have a smooth transition upon landing.
I think that looks good, right? We're going there, like so, into 30 left, and if we miss it, somehow we have a hold point at Agnot. So yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Huh. You know, finally, I can really have the sensation of that I'm learning something, reading the charts, ATC, and I like it. Okay. Very well. Let's set this to... There we go. Step climb coming up. For flight level 380. Can we maybe see what our optimum flight level would be according to our FMC? It's nice that in Airbus A350 you can always monitor your optimum flight level. You know. It recommends 360. Optimum is 37.4. We have it here too. Also, max 38.1. We'll wait a minute. Huh. Let's keep an eye on that. Now, set this already.
Air China 341, contact Karachi Control on 133.025.
So let's set that to... I want to do it 50 nautical miles out. So right here. Invalid. Very well. So, 133.025, Air China 341. Karachi Control, good evening. Air China 341, flight level 360.
Air China 341, Karachi Control identified, Salam.
Assalamu alaikum. Alaikum al-salam. Need more coffee. So let me get back. Let me get my coffee and I'll be right back. So, got my coffee. And let's see. I think it's one more hour. One more step climb to 0. I'll keep an eye out if that's also what my flight computer agrees with. Beautiful scenery though. There's the ocean. So certainly not so far anymore. you might wonder why we would even bother with that last step. But at least it's something to do. I mean, here you can really see like tectonics at its work. I mean, the continent of India kind of pushed, whoa, major artifact, kind of pushed itself into the Eurasian continent like millions of years ago. Before that it was still Pangaea and who knows what, and we have like Gondwana, but these are still all the scars, I think. Must be, with of course the Himalayas as the main character of it all, but still here you can see all this. These are all scars, all the forces that are still present today, but are quite visible. When this happened, the Earth kind of took shape as how we know it today. Amazing. I think if you are flying frequently, and I mean right now it's even more easy because we have access to software like this, but you really start to appreciate the beauty of our planet. And what a coincidence that it developed in such a way that we are here now. Yeah, so much to admire. Sometimes we forget that, and we I don't know why, but they get involved with things that do not matter. Yeah. Quite nice, right? We're like following completely in line with these tectonic scars. And don't underestimate the Middle East. Cradle of civilization, could say, in Iraq, Iran, and it's terribly sad about what's happening in the world. But it is one the most beautiful places in anthropology, in geology. It is beautiful there. Also, nature. I mean, well, I will stop talking now, but terribly. Hey, something is. Bit censored there, blurred out. But yeah, we are very lucky to exist. Is that K2? No, cannot. It should be Ray over there. Sorry, have to check. We're already past it like long time ago, right? Where are we? I do like day night IFR world. Well, this is Afghanistan. Then it should be somewhere here. Yeah, I think so. Might be completely wrong. But yeah, we are lucky to exist. That's what I'd say. And somehow I'm not talking from a point of like from a privileged point of view, but it would be quite nice if we all could understand how lucky we are to simply exist, and then maybe we could, if we are more appreciative of our surroundings, then it would be easier to be more welcome to everyone, and more happy to share all the beauty that we have on offer. I like it about Thailand that people seem quite welcoming, of course, and they're happy to share the beauty of their country because they're proud. And you could discuss, like, is there a use for borders, cultural differences? I mean, we always adapt ourselves to our neighbor as something better we wanted to, so there is this fine line between what is culture, what should be in a museum, what should we teach, because we always develop and we always evolve. But I do understand that you're recognizing beauty that is around you. I have it here too. Nature is very beautiful, and I always tell people from all over the world that if you ever come, I'm happy to share your
Air China 341, contact Tehran radar on 120.3.
What's 0.3 Air China 341? So, yeah, it would be quite a nice world if we were more like that would be our prize, to share and show what we have on offer, instead of success, financial success, military power. I will stop talking now. Air China 341 at flight level 360.
Air China 341, Tehran radar identified, Koda Hafez.
Koda Hafez. Sounds good. Well, here we are. Tehran. Let's see what my 37.5. We burn a little fuel while we are climbing, so I go for the 380. Tehran, recasting a flight level 380 at Air China 341.
Air China 341, climb flight level 380.
Flight level 380. There we go. Let's see if I'm right. That if we burn in our climb, if this would actually change to 380. We're not climbing. Come on. Let's do flight level change then. I suppose it might do it automatically in our step. But it won't matter, right? It cannot hurt if we're already there. Step to flight level. Okay, now it changes. And now, good. So I can switch this back to V now, I think. It's not. Well, well, well. First flight level, then do this. 380. Whoop. Whoop. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. almost at our ceiling. I'm just curious if our optimum will also optimal flight level will also reflect our 380 in a few minutes. We're still good on fuel. .6. You know, if we round it up, that's definitely 380. So yeah, it's okay. Efficient, I think. Distance. Persian Gulf. Should be appearing on our horizon any minute now. Then, let's also set this to live, just like so, or real time. Clouds. Seems like I've not been running my Rex Atmos Core add-on for this flight, so we'll turn that on. Should change in a minute. Hopefully to the better. And that's Rex Atmos kicking in. It's quite better. Yeah, I love it. Oh, I did not run it when we were doing our flyby of Mount Everest. Well, hope you enjoyed it anyway. So let's like so. Ah, perfect. Let's increase it, our sim rate, for a bit. I think until Mosul. I wonder if these artifacts I'm running at frame generation 2 frames, so the minimum, and TAA on the texture, so 4K native, but I wonder if this will also be solved with the next DLSS update. I'm not running 4.5 yet. I'm just patiently waiting until it's standard in the native version. Okay, let's stop our sim rate. But I wonder if it solves. I might Whoa! 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 Terribly sorry. Yep. Autopilot is still on. And now we're... well, very sorry. Somehow, our lovely... my God, what are you doing? Sim decided to turn off auto weather or live weather. Yeah, but it's back. Stabilized. Wow. Oh my God, teeny tiny. Do we have something stowed here? No. In that case, let's also, we don't need that one. Bye. No, we don't. That's maybe in the 737 where we have the sunlights. Do we have the magazine here as well? Hello. Oh, careful. So, where's my TOD? Okay. After Bonik. Hmm. Nautical miles to go for our top of descent, at least until Bonik. 300 nautical miles, and we're at, let's see, this okay, ground speed for 16 to actually 500, so that's 500, so less than an hour. 40 minutes, I'd say, if I'm correct. Let's check that. 40 minutes to reach Bonik. Can I? Now it stops. Can I reset? How do I? Oh, there it is on the bottom. Yeah, 40 minutes. I'm right. I think because I'm now looking at the OBS. I had this bar on top. It says 300 nautical miles remaining. I think that's as the crow flies. So like straight line, maybe? Or I'm just messing up my calculation here. Could also be. Distance. 298, but this is also bird's eye, like as the crow flies. In that case, this is not right. My calculation, I mean, not right. Cannot. Or, let's see, MOBET. Like there, 160. Well, 200. So then it's 20 minutes until we reach our top of descent. Makes sense. Oops. Yeah, my problem. Did I say 300? Yeah. Oh my god. 170, 85, 200. Okay. Yeah. 20 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Cabin crew, I expect to start our descent in approximately 20 minutes from now. Just a little heads up.
Understood, Captain. Prepare the cabin for descent shortly.
Oh my god, I'm in some camera. I'm not a pilot. Thank God for that. Wanna take a look outside? I hope the sound is not too loud, but here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pitching quite a bit. Beautiful. Nice depression below us. Sandy dunes. Probably a few camels. Lovely. I think camels are might be even harder to ride. Then it might be more comfortable than sitting in a economy class low fare 737. I did do one.
Air China 341, expect the PUVAL 3 Delta arrival. Plan for descent in maybe 20 minutes. Reach out if you want an early start.
20 minutes, that's what I thought. Very well. Glad. At least I did something right. But I did a flight once from Amsterdam in an economy class, cheap, 737-800. And if you ever been inside the cabin of a 737-800 like Ryanair, EasyJet, Transavia style, it was a TUI one in this case. I did a 737 from Amsterdam to Tanzania, Zanzibar. More than 12 hours in a typically economy setting. And of course, not enough fuel on board to get there, so we had to stop at in Egypt, in Hurghada, and there we had to refuel. And also the cabin crew and flight officers, they changed shifts, so new team on board, otherwise gone. That lasted for like 2 hours, but we were not allowed to leave the plane. We were parked like somewhere out there. Had to wait 2 hours, and then so it was like 6 hour or 5 to 6 hour first leg. I think 6 hours, 2 hour wait in the cabin without any APU or packs. Really hot. Then another 7 hour flight to Zanzibar, Tanzania. Wow, intense. And on the way there, it was fully booked, completely filled. So it was like this. I was exhausted when I arrived, but on my way back home, like I stayed there for 9 days. So 9 days later, when I took the flight back to Amsterdam, same flight, same route, was 50% filled, and I had the whole row to myself, so 3 seats, and I could sleep. Basically, I could lay like horizontally on the chairs, which was quite awesome. And now 4 years later, they because back then there was only very small airport in Zanzibar, because it just opened up for tourism. It was quite a tumultuous history before that, so it was quite pristine, but a small airport, and it could only service 738 type aircraft. Then after that they started developing, and one of the first things they did was completely they did redo the airport. So 4 or 5 years later, I did the same trip again, and then with a KLM 777-300, and it was they all carry a name of a reserve, and this was I was going with Yellowstone. The aircraft was called. So different experience, but also on the way over there completely booked, but we could at least go direct, no more stop. So that was like 9-10 hours, pretty much okay. But on the way back again, it was basically empty, the cabin, so lucky me. And then quite special, because we actually did the shortest leg a 777 does in the world, and that is from Zanzibar, 70 nautical miles, to Dar es Salaam, the capital city of Tanzania. So we did that, 70 miles, parked, and new passengers boarding. Still I was lucky, because cabin filled up a bit, but my row was completely empty. Lucky me. Then there was a problem. The captain did not approve the load sheet, so they had to reject everything. So we were grounded for 3 hours in Dar es Salaam. Couldn't leave the cabin. Yeah, after a long wait, we finally departed for a 9 to 10 hour flight to Amsterdam. I was lucky that again I could lay. Basically, they even call like it's first seatbelts on, but after that, find whatever place you like, whatever seat you like, and enjoy the ride. So I had this full row to myself again. I managed I could get some sleep, but back then I was still very excited for every flight. I'm still kind of excited for every flight I do in real life, and quite rare that I actually will try to get some sleep. Only exception is when I'm flying in an A380, because it's a different flying experience. The room between the first window in the cabin and the outer window is very big, so the space between that's very big, so there's nothing much to see. And also because the plane is there is not really a flying experience, so that's when I sleep. But back then, the last flight from Tanzania to Amsterdam, with the wait in Dar es Salaam, I think that's the last time. I will never go there again. Seen it 2 times. seen it when it was pristine. I've seen it when it's more developed now. And when I think that's enough. But quite a lovely experience. Yeah. My last flight was Qatari. I did a 777 from Amsterdam to Doha, waited 4 hours, and then A380 to Bangkok. Stayed there for 2 months. Then I did of course, A380 from Suvarnabhumi back to Doha. And I had a layover of 12 hours, for which I had access to the business class lounge on Muyan, south. And I will never do something different in my life again. If it's possible to fly with Qatar, I will, wherever I need to go. And if it's possible for me to have a break, a layover, for at least 6 hours, preferably 10, I will do it. Because the food is amazing, and you have private bathrooms and showers, and everything gets cleaned before a new guest arrives. And you have a nice bed where you can sleep. So when I arrived in the morning for my flight back to Amsterdam, I was refreshed, I was really relaxed, I had a lovely sleep and wonderful food. I had dinner with champagne the night before and a breakfast with egg benedict, and I was smelling good because there's a spa also. And at the gate everyone was like, full travel place. I'm normally like that too, but here I was like, oh, ready for another 6 hours or 7 hours in a 777, one of my favorite planes to fly. And off we went back to Amsterdam. I arrived at Schiphol like I didn't even feel like I traveled. I was like completely fresh and alive, and yeah, almost ready for another leg to South America or whatever. But Qatar, beautiful. Yeah, kind of love it. And hospitality at Doha, wow, did not expect that. I visited many places, and also hospitality, you find it sometimes in good hotels and good restaurants, or small restaurants that are owned by a family, quite nice. But never actually had it in an airport. But then you arrive in Doha, and even if you're not flying business class, but you're economy, then at the gate, big leather sofas to relax. It's quiet, it smells good. There's this indoor garden. It's very relaxed atmosphere. So yeah, and then you arrive in Schiphol Airport. Different. And we Dutch people, we nag. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants good infrastructure. Everyone wants to travel. But when they want to make a decision, Schiphol wants to do something like invest in their facilities, then always someone is nagging. Maybe the government is nagging, or the civilians are nagging. They would love to fly, but if there's something changing, then and we call it in the Dutch, we call it polderdiscussie. There's always a reason to discuss. We built beautiful Lelystad Airport so that it could also do.
Air China 341, contact Tehran radar on 132.1.
What you do was more one Air China 341. Assalamu alaikum, China 341, flight level 380.
Air China 341, Tehran radar identified. Good afternoon.
So they built this beautiful airport in Lelystad, the airport where we had our flight sim weekend 2 weeks ago. Big project. So it was capable of catering to jets, small type regional jets. So your Airbuses, Neos, 787s, that kind of planes. So it could do like a total number of, I don't know, 20,000, 30,000 flight movements a year. Everyone wants to fly them, of course. They all do. But then they started lagging, and this was simply no, too much sound. And CO2, blah blah blah, problem. So now there's this whole airport, no flight movements, and just because people are nagging, nag, and they say it would last, it would, because of this difficulty and I don't know, policies, it could last like, it could take like another 20 more years before it's ready to, before we get service. And so sometimes you hear some good news, maybe earlier, maybe sooner, but what a waste. Come on, we all want to fly. I mean, everyone I know here in Zwolle goes on holidays with these budget airlines, so please. And they all complain if they have to wait on Schiphol or if it's too busy. And now it got kind of released that they're pushing it forward and really want to open up the airport. So we have a go, but it will take a little while, 10 to 20 years at max, before the policy is rewritten in a way that it's manageable and we have our CO2 levels under control. And now the city where I live, Zwolle, we already have the Norku approach, I think, is coming over here. I don't know it. The council, the city council is going in full defense. They don't want it. They think that their backup is also like they have consensus with their backup, with their peers. But every citizen here in Zwolle says, and then you can read it like in a news post, like, please open up Lelystad, don't nag, but they're nagging. So that's the Netherlands, and then you come in Qatar, the Emirates, or even Poland. They're building a massive hub. It's the future, and we as the Netherlands, we are also a teeny tiny small country, so it really benefits us to have good international airport. Should I stop nagging? I'm also nagging. I just want things to go how I want it. I'm quite honest in that. But I'm okay if things are not like that. Totally fine with it. Seems we have a nice view. Let's see. Isn't she a beauty? Terrible. Can't wait for that update. And I love INI build for that, because what INI build did was this. I bought A350 also through Microsoft Marketplace, but they offer an option. You can send them an email or a request with your account name, etc., and proof that you purchased it on Microsoft, and they will transfer it. They will give you a free key, so you can also have it in AnyBuild's Manager, and that completely discards all the problems you have with Asobo. Beautiful solution. PMDG is not doing that. So yeah, I also paid full price, but I
Hi,
suffer.
Captain Robert Jan. Would you like anything to drink or a small snack while we're
Oh no, thank you. Gotta prepare for it, he said. So I kinda have to deal with all these
Captain, I will start preparing the cabin for descent now.
these little glitches and stuff. But thank God it's not in the flight dynamics and the systems. It's only visual texture glitches. Yeah. And I'm not streaming it. I have it downloaded through the marketplace on my in my community folder. But still there's conflict. I've read on the latest PMDG post, so I really hope they can fix it. Otherwise, I feel a bit. How do you say it? I feel like my product is then worth less than if you bought it through PMDG. And it almost, the thought came up in my mind, and that's actually terrible. I thought about purchasing it again, just so so I could also have the full experience. But then, thank God, there's this little thing in my mind which is called rationality, rational behavior, rational thinking, and I was like, what? It would be stupid if I do that. So I'll just stick with it. And there is our top of descent. 40 nautical miles to go. 23 minutes in. It's called Bonik. Tehran radar, starting our descent at Bonik, Air China Eagle 1.
Air China 341, descend via PUVAL 3 Delta to 7,000 into Dubai. QNH 1010.
Very well. To 7,000. So one good thing about the 777 is that VNAV profiles are a bit better right now than I have with the A350. Works a bit more in line with the Simri flight plan, and you can pre-dial our approved altitude, and it will start our descent automatically. So it's set. Sit back and relax. Beautiful, right? I think I can hear our thrust reduction. Cabin crew, we're about to start our approach into Dubai.
Understood, Captain. I will prepare the cabin for our approach into Dubai.
Air China 341, contact Tehran radar on 120.3.
120.3, Air China 341. Air China 341, flight level 380.
Air China 341, Tehran radar identified. Good evening.
Captain, I've started preparing the cabin for our approach into Dubai. Everything will be ready for a smooth landing.
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you, Captain.
Should we call this phone number? I have an issue with my screen, I will say. Like, it's not filtering the light properly. Even the reflection is like still white. It was working in FS2020, but somehow 24. No, what's that? Oh yeah, that's just something on my window. Looks like they had a GoPro here once. Don't know why they textured that in, but yeah. Should do like this then. Like so, like so. GoPro view. And like so. Even better. Ooh, it's quite nice. Yeah. Oh, like here. See it? Oh, it's a click spot. Ooh. Oh. How convenient. Why would I need that? Whoop. Ah. Awesome work, PMDG. I like that. I thought you could also do it somewhere over here. I always forget where to click, because it's very nice if you have to set up everything. Ah! Ooh! There it is! Wow. Well. Isn't that convenient? So next time that I have to set my FMC, I can do this. Okay. Now, please go. Oh, that's I can. Whoop. Ah. Okay. Let's prepare. So, 230 knots at PUVAL at flight level 110. Set. Then 2110 at Kupor 8000. Oh, you know, so, yeah. Kupor 230. Hey. PATAT, it says here, 210, 8000. Where's PATAT? So... PUVAL. Report. Where's PATAT? Oh, here. I want to change this. How do I do that? Okay. Let's see. Seats could change speed reduction else in FC. Legs, okay. Speed, altitude. Okay. Okay, I think I know. So it's 2110, 8000. Drag required. How much? No. We didn't start our descent. What are we? Ah, come on. Better change. Are we? So, yes, we reached our top of descent. We should do our descent now. It's not. What's happening here? Ah, please don't we? Okay, so 210, 8000. So that's set.
Please return to your seats, stow your tables, fasten your seatbelts.
Then PUVAL to 3011. Oh God. Yes. Can I? I'm very sorry, we're burning energy now, or we're destroying energy. So we're, yeah, wasting money here. How? Well, okay. Always something happening. Oh my God. It usually, it goes straight into VNAV when I have it set. So let's already arm it once we are at our. That better? Are we back on track? Well. This doesn't make sense. Why would we drop to 250 when we must have something to do with this? Yeah. Interesting behavior. Let's set this to outbreak 1. Let's see. So, expected arrival was let's see. Can I? Ooh, there we have the range of the airport. Landing. I think it's 3-1. Was it left or right? Doesn't really matter. They're both the same length, if I'm right. Left. Patat! That's Dutch. It's tasty food. Comfort food. Junk food. Left. Now I'm hungry. I'm so annoyed. Why no weather? For Dubai. Oh, I think I know why. One 0. Then let's see, winds. Let me check. The meter station is used that I use right now is far away from the airport. I think I have an idea why it's not possible to see because of that stupid. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't like that they're waging war. They shouldn't do that. Not because I can have my meter, but it's terrible. But oh my. 0 to 11. Outside temperature 30. So I know. Yeah. Here at 155. Full operational. We're still okay. I have to keep an eye on this. That's it to buy. Auto brake. First try. 1. I need to do that again. Let's see. What did we do? 11:30. 1011. 11:30. 1011. I think it's because of the conflict. We have something. So 145 free rev.
Air China 341, contact UAE center on 128.25.
Let's dial it in. 128.25, China 341. Good evening, Dubai. Air China 341 on arrival.
Air China 341 Heavy, UAE center, good evening.
Should be over there. We're up. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are in our descent and arriving quickly in approximately 20 minutes in Dubai. I would like to thank you for choosing Air China this time, and the weather outside in Dubai is a very comfortable 30 degrees Celsius. I would like to remind you that you get into your seats, put on your seat belts, and stow away all your luggage.
China 341, contact Minhas, approach on 122.5.
Seatbelt signs will go on, and use of any toilets and lavatories are prohibited from this moment on. You have the crew prepare for landing.
Understood, Captain. I will
122.5 China 341. Air China 341 on approach into Dubai.
Air China 341 Heavy, Minhas approach identified. Good evening, cleared all dot transition. Expect the ELS runway 30 left approach into Dubai.
All dots transition.
Air China 341 Heavy, I can sequence you in better this way. Turn left heading 180 vectors for the ILS, runway 30 left approach.
Erase. Turning, turning left heading 180 at China 341. Oh my, we're doing something else. 180, 180, 180, 180. I'm sorry, 180. Okay. So I did all this setup for nothing. Well, no worries. Let's set our image like so. See, lights go on. Auto brakes are armed. Spoilers are armed. And let's go. Focus from here on. Oh, empty. Still too far away for the eye to see, but should be quite a nice view. So let's keep an eye. ILS here is set. Now we have to wait until it shows up. Was that what I thought it was? Ah, old school. So we did set up all these lovely speed restrictions before, but yeah. Kind of feels like it started our approach setting. Which is completely fine. That's what we want. So auto brake 1. We go full thrust. If it's working, sometimes it's not working. But it's a long runway. So, of course, it thinks we're low now. Let me see what is a DB625. DB625. Let's dial it in for now. Right? 525. I'm very sorry, I need glasses. So we have a bit more indication of, and we clean up the flight plan. So we do like this. And now it's clean. Now we at least have a straight line. And we're still on our heading course. If I'm right, VNAV profile will also align with that, and now it tries to speed up. That's right. Let's not do that. Can I? Hello. No. Can I do like this? 40.
Air China 341 heavy, speed 250, please.
Yes. 250, Air China 341.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now requiring departure. Please turn all electronic devices. Please start at 18 p.m. Kindly put your trace.
It won't let us. Let's see. Oh, no, we don't need that. Heading.
Air China 341, turn right heading 200.
200, Air China 341. I wonder what it's doing. I'm not sure if we'll make that.
Air China 341, descend altitude 3000 feet, turn right heading 215, QNH 1010.
Turning right, heading 215, and descending 3000 feet, China 341. Turning right 215. Lights are on. Let's do this as well. Passengers are seated and secure. We have a visual of yep, we will not make it at 3. That's always, if beyond ATC, or in this case, I'm sorry, say intention is factoring me to align with our ILS. Always too high. We need to be 3000 here. Minute approach, I think you're vectoring us in a little bit too high to catch your ILS, Air China 341. Does it understand?
Air China 341, descend at your discretion.
How will we do this? 20 nautical miles
Air China
radius.
341 heavy, 14 miles from ZPO. Turn right heading 250, descend altitude 2000 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS, runway 30 left approach.
Minute approach negative. We are still at flight 060. We cannot establish ILS before we need at least 20 nautical miles divert or hold position. I'm not sure what they normally would say, but this is...
Air China 341, descend altitude 6000, hold position or advise intentions.
Can we... we cannot set a hold here. Okay, let's see. You know what I do? Let's give it a quickly... like so. 90 degrees turn. 238. Very well. Then let's give it some drag. Up at 220, but I'll give a flap 1 now just to get some drag. So the slats can come out. I'm not sure if it does. Let's see. Yep. Those are our slats. I'm very sorry for that, but just give it a little bit of a... Yep. And I want to be at 3. So, come on. 200, like so. I'm sorry, I'm a bit finicky here, because of course I'm not really confident about how you should do it, but I only know that what ATC clears us for, it doesn't really match with my calculation. So I have to utilize the things that I do know to make it work. So now it's decelling, and I think once we reach 2,000 knots or 200 knots, then it will start descending until 3,000 feet, and that's totally fine because we reached this. We have passed our dB point here, which is generated into our FMS, and then I can select it again. And we have enough room to establish us properly. So let me adjust our heading a little bit more. Like so. I need to be careful about our surroundings, of course, because there is some scenery. Okay. So, flaps. Oh, it's already 5. Let's keep it at 1 for a bit. 190. I thought we had a flaps 2 here as well, but I must be confused with the 737. This is fine. So now we have enough room to make a right turn towards our next intercept. I will dial it in on my LNAV. I will select VNAV. It wants me, no, I will not select VNAV again. So we'll set this back to 190. Quite finicky, I'm sorry. But instead, I will arm my approach. And let's see what happens. So now we're set up. We have a good airspeed. We have the right altitude. Because once we are 10 nautical miles in at the dB point, we are definitely at 3,000. And let me check my chart. It's quite a lot that you need to do actually. Oh, I'm very sorry. So, approach. Boop, boop, boop. 2,000 feet. To capture our ILS, this is a 20 nautical mile ring that I put on the airfield, just so I know, like, okay,
2,500.
it's a radius, like range. I can see the range. So now we're actually quite good. Yeah. Let's see if now we can actually. No, still not. God. Then I'll just wait until we're at the DB 50. Oh, it's still 240. Let's set that to 220. Oh, I think if you look at this, doesn't look good, right? So let's do a direct to ULDOT, and then we at least have our speeds like we wanted. Because the points before that, it's 5 nautical miles, and it wanted us from 6K to 6,000 feet to 2,000 feet. I think that has to do with through a mistake of my own. And now it should be alright. VNAV, LNAV. Yeah. Now it stays stable. Oh, okay, there's some scenery here, but I'm sure we'll huh? I'm not sure how it works, but I think it's because I started my descent a bit late, and it will recalculate at all these points. The dB points are expected altitude, and these waypoints are set. They are like set in the approach. So that's a discrepancy. I might be very wrong. I'm not rambling here. I'm just trying to do my best. We might be very low, actually. Was I exaggerating, and was I being too careful? I mean, yes, definitely. I was being too careful, but this is Dubai. I think I might have exaggerated for a bit. But still, I want to make it. It's been a long flight. God! With the sun in our eyes. Can we make it any more difficult? There is, okay, localizer is captured. We have armed our approach. Am I being really stupid now? Did I really exaggerate that maybe what ATC cleared us for was actually quite good? I'm not sure. And there is our glide slope. So at least we're safe. It's a category 3 landing, but if the sun allows us, I will try to do it manually. Come on, can I? This doesn't help. Like, not at all. Should I? No, let's keep it at live, real time. Okay, So, focus. Getting into position for the rudder pedals. At least we have, like, look. See, oh my god. Look at that, how it's trimmed. Whoop! You could roll a ping pong ball all the way to the end of the plane now. So, to be 2000 at this point is actually, this is set. So now we're at the right altitude. Seems very low, but that's, yeah. Oh, that's sun. I have beautiful scenery. I have everything installed.
China 341, contact Dubai Tower on 118.75 when established.
118.75. Goodbye. Oh, Air China 341. Whoop. 118.
Air China 341.
No, yeah. Dubai Tower, Dubai, Air China 341 on final. Okay. Then 200.
Air China 341 Heavy, Dubai Tower, wind 260 at 10. Runway 30 left, clear to land.
Yeah. Clear to land, Air China 341. That's quite lucky because it's a very busy airport. Normally, not right now, unfortunately.
Air China 341, not clear what you said. Say again.
Clear to land, Air China 341. I have every scenery like installed, but you cannot see it now because we have a terribly strong sun here. Ah, we see something on the horizon. I mean, I can wear my sunglasses, but it doesn't help. It's not real sunshine, it's on the screen. We have a visual. Not yet. You can see something vaguely appearing here. Okay. So let us set that to 160. There we go. You know, let's just go full 145. Approach is armed. Flaps 5. And no, it doesn't let me. We'll have to hind fly. I'm sorry, it doesn't capture our ILS. It doesn't want us to fly. So I'll do it. I'll just keep an eye on the diamond and flight director. Terribly sorry, but it's not letting us. So we're at flaps 15, and let's go gear down and set flaps to full. I do have a visual on the runway now. Quite peculiar sound from our gear detent. Okay.
Glide slow.
Yep, I know.
Glide slow.
I know. I will definitely
glide slow.
Decrease my V speeds.
Glide slow.
I am below.
Glide slow.
I am.
Glide slow.
I mean, I'm not even. Okay, there we go. Very well. I thought glide slope alarm is like half 50% of your airspeed, right?
400.
Like your V speed cannot exceed more than half of your airspeed. I can see some scenery here. We need to be careful for that.
300.
Yes. No flight director.
200. Approaching minimums.
Continue. Why am I to the left? So, let's do this.
Glide slope.
Yes.
Glide slope.
Yes.
Glide
I have
slope.
to. Okay. Like so.
50. 30.
Retard.
20. 10.
What was that? My gear is up.
Air China 341, welcome to Dubai. Contact ground on 118.35 for our...
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dubai.
Welcome to
the Burj Khalifa, which stands at an impressive 828 meters.
What is that?
Thank you for flying with Air China.
Oh, look at that! She completely glitched out. My gear was down. First, my display set the runway that's somewhere over here. Look, that's what I mean with those textures. Well, Then I did go for now it's doing it. And back to Do you see that? It's on reverse thrust for 5 seconds and then it goes back to full thrust. My gears were suddenly up. I'm sure I put them down. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dubai. I'm so sorry about that. I thought it was a lot. Oh, wow. Not ready for VATSIM. Definitely not. I feel very disappointed about this. Probably I made some mistakes. But also now I'm quite sure stuff was happening. Maybe if someone can tell me what was going wrong and why my flight director was not behaving in response to like ILS, glide slope and the localizer. I had my approach armed. If someone ever sees this video and sees what went wrong, please tell me. I'll be very happy for that. So let's get out of here. Let's find ourselves a gate. 118.35 China 341, and with our glitchy wings. Look at that. Flaps up. It doesn't let me. Not responding? Oh yeah, it is. And this is what I paid for, like a lot. And if you bought the 777 through PMDG store, no worries, you're fine. If you have it through, I don't care if I lose my taxi. If you have it through Microsoft Asobo, then...
Air China 341, cross runway 30 left.
Yes.
Then continue taxi via Kilo 7, Juliet 2, Juliet, Uniform 6, Uniform.
Yep, very fine. I don't care anymore. Let's goodbye ATC. But then you're basically screwed as I am. Because the last message from Matthijs or what's his name, big man, PMDG, it was kind of unsettling to me. It basically said this is due to SLB, we're looking at, but no guarantees. How much was this plane? 70, 80 euros? Yeah. Well, we'll be flying after this I think first I will do the Phoenix from Dubai to Qatar, and then I'll hop into an A350 back to Amsterdam. So thank you all for watching this video. I'm very sorry about this. Terribly sorry. But we had a wonderful departure in Lhasa, and beautiful sights of Mount Everest. So let me just end it here, because no use in pretending. And this is beautiful. It's not due to Air China. Air China is wonderful. All my problem, my fault. And thanks for watching. Goodbye.